Good afternoon. We have a ton to get to today, so I'm gonna try to get the chickens situated. I've got a few little chores to do, and then, as I'm sure you've seen in the title and the thumbnail, we've got some land work to do. Man, when I was building this thing, I should have added a lot more lightness. For those of you who are thinking, man, you really should have just pulled that with that tractor. It really doesn't pull very well with the tractor, unfortunately. You have to kind of lift it while you move it, and it's a weird movement. The tractor just didn't do very well. Holy moly. Whoo. My weather station says it's 82 degrees out here, but we've had 2 inches of rain in the last few hours, and the humidity is about 4,000%. It is jungle humid out here. Everything is just kind of wet. We're gonna go ahead and pop the flail mower off of here today because we need the hitch for what we're about to do. Oh, I don't know what that is, but it does not sound like it's running well. Speaking of sound, I am using a new microphone today. If you have any comments on the audio, I'd love to hear. Hopefully, it will be an improvement. I got a load of chicken feed that I need to load up here and take down to the shelter. Shout out to Bear Your Farm for the feed. Not a sponsor or anything like that. We certainly don't have any sponsors, but I like their feed. Almost forgot about my cord. It's always kind of funny moving that coop with chickens in it. You know, when we moved here to this place, we moved all of our chickens here on the road, towed that behind the truck. Every time I do that, I just wonder, what are those chickens thinking? And chickens are pretty smart, but I don't think they're smart enough to realize they're in a trailer. think I feel pretty good about this. I'll go put a mask on. All right, I'm gonna put my mask on and I'm gonna start unloading here. My main goal is just to get all the chickens safely from here into the coop without losing any. My second goal is to count how many hens and roosters I have. In here is a mix of mail order chickens, which are all hens, and 26 chickens that we hatched from our own eggs. So they're gonna be a mix of roosters and hens, obviously. So I'm not exactly sure what's in here as far as sexes, and these are all about 12 weeks old. So it's a little early for me to know anyway, but I'm gonna do my best to count them as I go. So help me keep track. One, two, three. That's one rooster. Ten, 15, and a rooster. So that's 5. 20 and 21 are both hens. 28, 29, 30, and 31 with one rooster. So that's 31 with 7 roosters, I believe. All right, 40's a rooster, so that's 40 and 12. 41's a hen, so that's 41 and 12. 42 and 12. 43 and 12. All right, 44 and 14 now. Or it's 44 and 13. All right, 45 and 13. 6 and 47. And 13 roosters. All right, so we ended up with a total of 47 chickens and 13 roosters, which is pretty interesting because that means exactly half of the chickens that we hatched were roosters. I guess exactly as you would expect, but just funny to see it be exact. I don't know if you can hear them, but they are clicking the water, so they figured that out. They got plenty of food, and they're going to be good in here for a couple weeks before I take the roosters back out. So then we'll have in here a total of whatever that math is, 34 hens and 13 roosters. So excellent. Glad to have gotten the move done. With those things done, I'm gonna go grab the excavator and get started on cleaning up what's left of stumps and logs and so on the site for our building pad. So it will come as no surprise to anyone who's watched the last few minutes of footage, but I am not a professional excavator operator. But this is the site of our future building, and I rented an excavator some time ago to take down the trees that were here, and the machine that I got on short notice was a 3.5-ton machine. And it took me a couple days, but I was able to get down even the largest trees here, which were pretty big, and it took a lot of digging. But once they were down, that machine nor my tractor were able to move some of these big stumps and logs. As you saw, a couple big oaks that I took out, oak logs that I took out already. There's just a few things like that in here, big stumps and stuff that I simply could not move without a big machine. So it's going to be a learning curve for me, and I will share it with you as I go. But just keep in mind, this is not my area of expertise. I'm just out here doing it. This is a big oak stump from a tree that I took down, and I'm standing here in the hole that I had to dig to push this over. I think the machine that I had before was so small that I really had to dig extensively to get some of these to push over. I probably should have gotten a big machine to begin with, but I needed it on short notice for my availability, and the only machine I could get on short notice was, like I said, a much smaller one. So anyway, I'm gonna pick this stump up. There's a stump there of a tree that was completely dead and rotten, and it pushed over and broke the stump off. So I got to dig that one out. There's a couple more stumps here. There's a few scattered around in here, and then over there is a large poplar, a split poplar trunk that had a big stump that I cannot move. So I'm gonna get all those cleaned up. It's probably gonna take me a little while as I get reacquainted with the controls of an excavator, but we'll get it done. So I don't think I mentioned it, but this is a Bobcat E85. So this is about a 10-ton machine. I think it's going to be capable of lifting all of this stuff. I may have to get creative with the very largest stump that I have here, but I think everything else is going to be able to work just fine. So yeah, a lot of great things about this machine. One of the big deals, which I was not expecting, it has air conditioning. So it is humid out today, but I am cool and comfy in here. So let's get to work. It's a new day. We got a bunch of rain overnight. I think we've had 2.5 inches of rain now in this particular event. I guess the lesson learned here is if I really want rain, it's been dry here for weeks. If I really want rain, I just need to reserve an excavator rental. Same exact thing happened the last time I had a rental. We had a period of dry weather, and then I reserved it about 2 weeks ahead of time, and then we got rained on the entire time I had the machine. So looks like it's going to be the same way with this one. I guess it's a little bit lucky we're on a slope here, so it does drain okay, and we're not in a big mud puddle or anything. It is soft. It is going to make a mess, but you know, nothing to it but to do it. So. So this big old oak stump I tried to lift yesterday, and I was completely unable to lift it. So I'm trying to get some of this dirt off of the bottom of it to at least lighten it up somewhat. And I will figure out how to shuttle it away from here if that's what I have to do. But I'm hoping I'll be able to pick it up. Hey, get out of here. You want to come up here? Come over here. Come here, old man. You want to get up there? That's my good boy. He's gonna be 10 years old in a couple weeks. I'm gonna have to put him in the house. All right, buddy, come on. Let's go in the house. Old boy's gonna be 10 years old. I guess about 2 weeks. Best dog. I know everybody says that they have the best dog, but I actually do. Here we go. I don't know what this is. I don't think I've ever seen one. My guess is maybe it's a juvenile hornet or wasp or something. I don't think I've ever seen one of these. Somebody tell me what this is in the comments. I took a little lunch break, so I'm gonna get back to it. My wife left me, and she took the kids, just for the weekend though. She left me with a refrigerator full of awesome food. I don't know how I got so lucky. That's gonna do it for this video. I'm gonna end it there. I've got the site cleaned up for the most part, got all the big stumps and logs out. So that was my goal. I'm really glad to have accomplished it. And in the next video, we'll get going on prepping the site for the building. So I'll start getting the topsoil off and beginning to get it leveled. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time on Page Farmstead.